on many YouTubers channels, but I think this is the best. This was the best session.
So hey guys, welcome back to Ritu Pathak's English classes. And as we all know that many English learners are driven crazy by idioms and phrases. We often don't understand what do they mean actually, and we need to figure it out. So that's why idioms and phrases can be both fascinating and frustrating. So today we are extremely fortunate to have a guest who has an excellent command of English and can help us understand these expressions in a very easy and practical way. So, Anand sir, before we dive into today's topic, everyone wants to know something about you. So, kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Anand Mahajan, and I have done my graduation. I graduated from Delhi University. I did economics honors from Delhi University. Originally, I'm from Punjab. My father was transferred to Delhi. At that time, I graduated from Delhi University. But I had been very much passionate about coding, computer programming, since the time I was in my 11th grade. So, I have been creating online courses since the time I was in the beginning of my first year. So currently, just until 1 year ago, I was in the profession of creating online courses related to computer programming and coding. But now I have switched my profession and I have, become a spoken English trainer.
Like you. So, welcome to my channel, sir, because this is going to be an advanced session. So, before that, I want to know that what is the actual importance of idioms and phrases in one's life?
Yes, that is a very relevant question. In my opinion, my suggestion for a beginner is a beginner should not be focusing on, learning idioms or rich vocabulary words. A learner should first make them comfortable in, speaking simple English sentences. So once you become conversant with, when you become comfortable with speaking simple English sentences, only then you should embark on the journey of learning rich vocabulary words, idioms, and phrases. Now, what is the importance? What is the importance of using idioms, phrases, rich vocabulary words while having conversation with someone? Nowadays everybody has come to know about the importance of importance of having good communication skills in English. So everybody is trying their best to become fluent in English. So, in the next coming 5 years or 7 years, we will be seeing that almost all the people working in offices and working in other places, they would be speaking in English. Just in order to stand out from the crowd, you should be using rich vocabulary words, idioms, and phrases. So now what is going to be the scenario is everybody is going to be going to be fluent in English, but they would be speaking simple English. If you want to sound impressive in an audience, then it is of paramount importance that you should be gaining the knowledge of these idiom phrases and rich vocabulary words.
Right, right. So you want to say that you want to signify that if we want to stand out, then we must work on idioms and phrases. But other than that, you also make it very clear that we need not to worry in the initial stages of learning this language. So true.
Exactly.
Exactly. But sir, I want to ask you another question that we want to learn idioms and phrases a lot, right? But what do you think that is pronunciation important? Because I give a lot of importance to pronunciation. We may learn many advanced words, but with it comes the problem of pronouncing it correctly. So, do you think that pronunciation is equally important?
Exactly. If you will be mispronouncing any words or idioms, that plays a spoil sport. So even though you learn a lot of words, idioms, phrases, but if you are pronouncing them wrong, in that case, that is going to leave a very bad impression on the audience. So it is very important that we should be improving upon our pronunciation. And nowadays, it is a cakewalk. It's very easy to improve your pronunciation because all of us we are using online dictionaries. So whenever we look up the meaning of any word or idiom in a dictionary, so these dictionaries, they will be provide you with pronunciation also. So it is not a difficult task to learn pronunciation, and there are so many shadowing techniques also that people are resorting to use in order to take their English speaking skills to the next level. So pronunciation is very important.
So the first word I want to ask you, sir, is facetious. So what does it mean? So what is the correct way to pronounce this word and what does it mean?
Facetious. It should be pronounced as facetious.
Facetious.
Actually, facetious is an adjective and it is used, it refers to a person or his behavior when he talks in a funny way. He talks in a funny way or in a kidding way, whereas in that situation, he should have been talking seriously.
Right.
When the situation warrants that you should be serious and you should be talking in a serious note, but that person is taking it very lightly. For example, suppose the company is facing dwindling sales. So naturally, the management is very much worried about the diminishing sales, and a meeting is being held, and in that meeting there is a person who is issuing facetious remarks. He's talking jokingly, and he is issuing facetious remarks and comments. So naturally, in that case, it would be very irritating for the other, especially for the management people and for those senior people who are attending that meeting. So we would say, like all the senior people, they were really annoyed with the facetious attitude of that employee, say Amit or something.
So facetious can be used positively as well as negatively according to the situation, right?
No,
So
it is always used in a negative sense.
it is
Why?
always
Because in that situation, one needs to be in a serious, needs to strike a serious conversation, needs to issue some serious comments or remarks. But that person is taking it lightly, whereas the situation warrants that it should be dealt with in a serious way. So it
okay.
is always used in a negative tone.
Okay. So it can make the situation obnoxious if you are facetious.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
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 So the next word for you is extempore because I have noticed 80% of people mispronouncing this word. So kind of reflect on this word.
Actually, most of the people they would be saying extempore. So it
Yeah,
is extempore,
extempore.
extempore.
Yeah,
So extempore, extempore is synonym of impromptu. So
impromptu.
it means, yes, when you do something without preparation, without any plan, without any, you don't conduct that particular thing in a premeditated way. So it is, you are not, without preparation, you are doing it. For example, I can say that uh, when I was uh, when I was in the college, the principal told me to deliver a lecture on nuclear technology. So I was the lecture that I delivered was extempore. This means without preparation because I was not prepared for that.
Right,
So it was asked me out of the blue, just deliver the lecture on nuclear technology.
right.
So that lecture of mine is fit to be called extempore lecture.
Extempore. And most of the people they associate this word with speech, right? Extempore speech, right? Well,
Exactly.
and I love the word to use many a times in my group also, and that my favorite one is straight fire.
Straight
So,
fire. Yes,
where
yes,
can
yes.
we use this word, straight fire?
Straight fire is an adjective and it is basically used for some object or for some event or for that matter for a person that is amazing.
Amazing.
That is amazing. That is superlative. In that case, we use a straight fire. For example, a very good example, like sentence is crossing my mind. Um, you know, um, the century scored by Vaibhav Suryavanshi
Mhm.
was a real straight fire. So
Right.
nowadays, everybody is talking about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So in
Exactly.
IPL, his performance was a straight fire performance.
Exactly. And I personally feel, sir, that if you want to master any particular word, you need to practice it a lot so that it may be incorporated in a very, very natural way in your daily conversation. You need not to
Exactly.
compel or force yourself to think
Hmm.
even about that word, right? My
Hmm.
favorite word is moonshine. Now this word at first instance seems to be very positive, moonshine, but I want
Shine.
to, yeah, I want to know from you, what does it exactly mean?
Moonshine, actually, it means something bunkum. Bunkum means something which is nonsense. You know,
Nonsense.
humdrum, bunkum, all these are
Ah,
synonyms. So
right,
we can say something which is silly, and some it can be some it can be some statement, or it can be an act of someone's.
right,
So we
nonsense.
say moonshine. It's nonsense.
Nonsense.
My younger brother was telling me that brother was telling me that the reason of his scoring less in the exam was that there wasn't a peaceful environment at home. So I
Ah,
scolded him by saying that it's all moonshine. So
it's
whatever you are saying, this is really very silly. It's nonsense that you are talking,
right. If
because
I
I scored very well. I cracked the exam with the flying colors. So I was living in the same environment. So whatever you are
exactly.
saying, that is moonshine.
Yeah. So you know the truth. That is the thing, you know the truth.
Hmm.
So he's weaving up the story and you are treating that story as a moonshine. So, sir, this
Moonshine.
word is very
Yes.
interesting. For example, if I use this word in my group for any incident or for any event or for any story, right? And if I say your story was moonshine, I think that particular member would be over the moon because this word is very,
Moonshine.
yeah, it's very funny. But moonshine actually means nonsense. If I say your story
Exactly.
is the moonshine, it means your story is nonsense. It doesn't make any
Exactly.
sense. Exactly. And next
Exactly.
word for user is effervescent. It's my favorite word. Effervescent,
Hmm.
because I'm that kind of person.
The primary meaning of the literal meaning of effervescent is uh, like we see fizzy drinks. Fizzy
Hmm.
drinks. So
Yeah.
fizzy drinks are those drinks from where you can see the bubbles. They will crop up. Like you can see the bubbles coming up. Like we use cold drinks
Hmm.
or any other fizzy drinks are there. So it has been derived from that. It is the literal meaning. Now, what is the figurative meaning? Figurative meaning is if anyone is bubbly, if anyone is vivacious, anyone is full of beans, energetic, enthusiastic, then we can say, for example, we can say Anita is an effervescent girl.
Ah,
You know,
right.
so but or we can say like because of the effervescent behavior of our teacher, we enjoy his class, something like this.
Right. Cheerful, happy, jolly person. Sir, I have also selected one word, and that is gourmet. This is also mostly mispronounced. Gourmet.
Actually, some people they pronounce it government,
Ah,
Gourmet. It is
T.
not government. So it is gourmet. Even
Ah,
T is not pronounced. Gourmet, gourmet.
gourmet, right.
So gourmet actually it has two meanings. First is it is used for it is an adjective, and it refers to a food which is very scrumptious, very delicious, and it is rich in taste, and at the same time it connotes that it is expensive also.
Hmm.
It is expensive also, and it's fancy food. It is very scrumptious, very tasty, very delicious. So we say today during our lunchtime, we enjoyed gourmet food. We can say like this. And another meaning of gourmet is it is used for a person who has who is connoisseur of food, who knows a lot about food and drinks. you know so we use for that. He is a gourmet of wine. So
Ah,
many wine companies, they hire those people who are wine called wine tasters. So they are
wine
gourmet
lovers.
of wine. So they
Right.
would be testing the wine, and they will be telling whether the taste is up to the mark or not.
Exactly. And I personally feel that if we want to master any word, any random word, then we can also combine two, three words together in one sentence, like effervescent and gourmet. So we can combine this kind of two, three words and make it a sentence. I also believe that we should learn a sentence rather than simple words. So what do you think about it? What do you think about this idea?
Exactly. You're on money because whatever you have said, I align with your ideas, your views. In my class also, I give three words to my students. Those can be three words, or those can be three idioms or phrases. Then I tell them to concoct, to cook up a hypothetical story.
Story.
But in that stories, all those three words, idioms, they should be used.
Hmm.
Basically what happens is when we people were in schools, so we used to do one thing. We would be in our notebook, we would be drawing a vertical line on our page, and we would be writing the words and idioms on the left side and meaning on the right side. That never did any good to us, because
Right.
just cramming and mugging up the meanings of the words idiom is not going to do any good. So usage is very important. So you have said it very rightly that we should be able to make the sentences. That is, we should come to know about its uses. Sometimes.
And I seriously rebuke my students for that. When I give them any word and I want to share, I want to ask them that what can be the meaning. They always share the meaning. So I always rebuke them that I don't want the meaning. I want you to use in sensible sentence, not in the
Exactly.
obsolete sentence. Use it like
Exactly.
you want to use it in a daily conversation. And on the top of that, we complain that when we want to use it, it never hits our mind. So it will never come to your mind if you just learn it individually. You must incorporate, you must master it in the form of a sentence, because to learn
Exactly.
a sentence is quite easier rather than learning just the word and the meaning. So we have talked
Absolutely.
a lot about the word, sir, and let's talk about some brilliant hand-picked idiom. An iron hand in a velvet glove.
It's a very good idiom. You know, an iron hand in a velvet glove. It means that uh, outwardly, it refers to a person who is very soft, very compassionate, very kind, affable outwardly.
Hmm.
But when it comes to taking some strict action, he becomes very ruthless. He becomes very strict, and he can behave in a rude manner also, and he can act ruthlessly. So we use for such a person. For example, an example that is coming to my mind is, I don't want to involve any leaders of my own country. So I will be giving example of North Korean president. So, Kim, or whatever his name is. So
Yes.
we can say like, whenever you will see that person, he looks very composed and, very peaceful, very composed. But we all know that when it comes to committing atrocities on those people who are, his adversaries, so at that time, he is acting in a very cruel manner. So we can say that Kim as a person with an iron hand in a velvet glove,
In a way, like coconut.
like
Like
coconut. Yes,
coconut.
yes, yes,
Right, right.
yes, yes,
So mnemonics are also very important. I used to do it when I was a little girl. Whenever it comes to a tough word or tough idiom, I used to learn like that. I take the support of mnemonics. I used to create funny or
yes,
stories. I used to attach with that so that it can be in my long-term memory. And by God's grace, I have an elephant's memory. So I do this all the time. Whenever I want to learn a word, or whenever I want to master any idiom, I always use it in a very funny story, not in a serious way. So, always, as I told you, I am personally effervescent. So, I want to look at the positive side of everything. So, this is my personal shape up or ship out.
yes, yes. It's a kind of strict warning. um, I will give the example again in the context of a company. Suppose an employee's performance is not up to the mark. You know, So whatever he is doing is not something that the senior managers they are finding to be valuable to the company. So he is called in the office and he said, shape up or ship out. Means
Yeah.
either improve your performance or you are free to leave this company. You can quit. Or in other words, they want to say like you will be fired. So
Hmm.
like shape up or ship out.
I think this is very useful for us, for teachers also. We can also use it in the
Exactly.
class. Shape up or ship out. This is that you need not to be on the fence. You need to decide right now. Well,
Exactly.
and thank you, sir. And one is, which may be the last one of this session, which is also very usable and approachable, tongue in cheek.
Yes, this is also very good, idiom. And, tongue in cheek means it is basically used regarding some comments, remarks, statements, So, tongue in cheek means when you are issuing a comment, remark, or a statement uh, non seriously.
Hmm.
you know you are issuing it non seriously. You actually do not mean it. And many times it is used for sarcasm also. If you want to say say something to someone in a sarcastic way, in that case also you can use it. For example, I want to heap that sarcasm on myself, so I can say uh, the day is not far when I will be the best spoken English trainer in this country. Then immediately I will say that is a tongue in cheek remark. So
Right.
I'm just having sarcasm upon myself. So here we can use.
Right. Like when I said I was a millionaire, it was tongue in cheek. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Don't take it too serious. So,
Yes.
sir,
Yes.
that's the end of our session. And I want your feedback. How did you like this session? Or did you like this session or not?
Yeah, I liked it very much. So I think I have I have been the guest on many YouTubers channels, but I think this is the best. This was the best session because you because we discussed something that was of my interest. So I
Oh,
really enjoyed it. I'm very thankful to you for having me on your channel.
thank you, sir.